The best of the week on Relevant Radio.
It's an honor and a privilege to be with you. As Glenn always says, the best listeners in the world. You are Relevant Radio family on this Friday for our very last live broadcast of the year, with only 3 more days until Christmas.
Get a little emotional there, John. It's our last day of the year. I can't believe it.
I am getting a little emotional. I was just, said an extra little prayer. This is it, our final hour, so we're going to make it our best. Yes, and in case, for whatever reason, if you haven't been tuning in these last few days and you haven't heard, we have a special Christmas gift for you. A brand new update to the Relevant Radio app. Before you head over the river and through the woods for your Christmas travels, make sure that you download our updated app. As always, you can listen to our live shows. You can find podcasts of all of your favorite programs, the Patrick Madrid Show, the Drew Mariani Show, the Family Rosary Across America, and of course, that includes Morning Air. But now you're going to be able to jump ahead with easy to navigate chapters and listen on autoplay. It is perfect for all of you who are binge listeners. You can listen while you're driving during the holidays and try our Best of the Week segments or the Saints series from the Merry Beggars. So there is a little smorgasbord of choices. There's also many outstanding features that you're going to want to discover. So download or update your Relevant Radio app. It was already the number one app out there in the Catholic world. It just has gotten even better. Go to the App Store, or you can visit our website at relevantradio.com/app. And I guarantee you can do it really super quick in less than 2 minutes. Once again, I want to bring in Sarah. Yes, Sarah, I am a little emotional. This is our last live show of 2023. And are you ready?
Well, I guess I'm as ready as I'm going to be for today. Oh, gosh, but there's just always those little last minute things, you can't do them too early because you have to do them, really close to the actual day, making certain dishes. And so you have to go to the store and get all those ingredients. And I learned from Thanksgiving, I'm not going to buy them early because my kids eat them. So I have to wait a little bit longer. But hey, it's okay. We'll get it all together. And I just also, depending on how you do your family functions. For me, I'm, assigned a certain dish. So I have to recheck, okay, what did you assign me? So we don't have duplicates and I bring what I thought I was supposed to and that wasn't. So you got to double check, but that's okay.
All right. Are you guys traveling? After all, today is the busiest travel day of the year. A ton of people, 39 million are traveling by air. AAA says 115 million are going to go at least 50 miles or more, including our family. What about you guys?
No, we're not doing very much traveling because all of our family is very close, so that's great. And we're one of the people that kind of host during the season, so we're traveling to the grocery store, and that's about it because we got to mostly just clean up, which is so refreshing. Get everything ready for Jesus.
I got to tell you, I love Christmas cards, and we usually wait till the last minute to actually send them out because we usually shoot the Christmas card in front of the Christmas tree like we did a few days ago. But this morning I walked into my office and I had a special, beautiful Christmas card with Madonna and Child, with the Blessed Mother and the baby Jesus from Monsignor James Shea, one of our favorite regular contributors to the show, and all the good folks at the University of Mary, and just really put a smile to the beginning of my day.
Well, isn't that one of the nice things about Christmas is that, oftentimes we get mail every day, but it's the stuff we want to recycle, not the stuff we want to keep and, put on the mantle or anything. So it's nice at Christmas time when you get those cards, and sometimes it's from people you don't see all the time. You're like, oh yeah, that's great. Hey, it's nice to see how they're doing, or that, they're sending, sometimes depending on what's on the cover of their Christmas card, it does. It's nice to have a little smorgasbord of the pictures of Christmas all around you.
Oh, and we upstairs where we pray the Angelus, there are so many beautiful Christmas cards of every shape and type under the sun. All these wonderful families who have sent their Christmas cards, heartfelt messages that we have displayed underneath the windows up there. We don't have enough windows for all the cards.
Well, it's a fun problem to have, and thank you to all people who've been sending in Christmas cards to Relevant Radio. It makes you think, hey, we're part of their family, and it's good because we want to be part of your family, so thanks for including us this year.
All right, just a quick reminder that this Christmas, we're required to go to Mass twice this weekend because obviously the fourth Sunday of Advent falls on December 24th, and which is Christmas Eve, and then the very next day on Monday, December 25th, is a holy day of obligation. So it's maybe a little bit more challenging for some folks, but it's still a beautiful thing. You can space it out. Nobody says you have to go on the same day. You can space it out. You could go to the Vigil Mass for Sunday early.
There's lots of options.
Lots of options.
Yeah, you can do a Saturday for Sunday and Sunday for Monday, or you can do Saturday for Sunday and Monday for Monday, and or you could do Sunday for Sunday and Sunday for Monday. So it's there's lots of choices. So don't be pigeonholed to just do one thing.
All right. Now, what about the Tafoya family? Do you and Dominic and the kids, you guys ever make it to midnight mass, or is that too challenging?
No, I'm too tired for that, John. Come on. I can barely.
My wife says the same thing.
That's a no-brainer. Yeah, maybe later when everyone's a little bit older, maybe we could try one of that. But, usually we do Christmas Eve. That's a family tradition from my side of the family. So that's usually, we do that. And
the early vigil mass? The
vigil, yeah. So usually like 4 or 5, whatever that vigil mass happens to be. So we usually do that. For this year, usually our normal Sunday mass is to do 8:30 mass in the morning. So we'll be hitting up 2 on Sunday, doing both of those obligations. And then also we were assigned to be to serve at Mass and to read at Mass on Christmas morning. So we're going to hit it hard. Wow. It's going to be a lot of, we're stamping the passport.
You guys have 8 double header.
A triple play was what we're going to be doing this season. But you know what? Hey, whatever is best for your family, you got to, the schedule and how people are. If they're better at midnight, if they're better at 10:30, everybody knows what, is going to be a better fit.
Well, when we were younger and Joseph Dominic was just a little guy, we used to go to midnight mass. In fact, just about every year we used to head out to midnight mass. And what about some other traditions? Do you guys hold off on putting baby Jesus in the manger?
Usually we wrap Jesus up as a present, and Christmas morning he gets unwrapped and put on in the nativity crèche that we have set there. But I asked people online, I said on Facebook, I said on a morning air page, say, hey, what are your favorite family traditions? And we got some listeners saying, hey, one of their favorites is decorating the tree, baking cookies with family, grandkids, having, just going to mass and, the day before, and then just having a leisurely breakfast and relaxing on Christmas Day to honor Jesus. And that's a lot of the things that people are looking forward to. So
those are great.
Those are good traditions.
For sure.
That. I like the leisurely breakfast. That's nice.
Okay.
Yeah,
what about opening up the presents with the kids? You guys do it before breakfast, first thing in the morning? Are you in your PJs? Some people open them up at night. In fact, in the Colombian tradition, we used to open them up at night. So that made it challenging to head out to midnight mass. You had to open them and then rush out to midnight mass.
I can see that could be problematic. Yeah, you know what? I think kids around the country would love to wake up in the middle of the night and see those presents there and start ripping the paper. They can't wait. In fact, usually all the kids in my house are up before dawn has even thought about waking up. So usually the earlier they just, for some reason, the anticipation, the excitement of what is to come, you just can't, you're not having a good night's sleep. So they usually wake up very, very early and they start cracking open those presents. But usually Christmas Eve after Mass, we do have a little bit, a couple of presents that we open and then the rest of Christmas Day.
And I love going to these Christmas masses, and you see faces and you see folks that only go maybe one time the entire year, or maybe at Easter as well, the Christmas and Easter folks. And they're, of course, welcomed as well.
Yeah, well, and also it's a time for families to come together and go to Mass. So sometimes you see a lot of new faces because they're traveling from far away and they're all coming to Mass together. And that's a beautiful thing, too, that your whole family can fit in these pews and you see all the familiar faces. It's nice to do that.
Absolutely. And just a quick reminder for us Catholics, Christmas is not a one-day celebration. You don't throw the tree out the next day. For us, it's the Christmas season. We have the octave, which is 8 days long, and then the Christmas season rolls on until the baptism of the Lord on January 13th, typically. And for really, really traditional Catholic, the Christmas season goes all the way until February 2nd, which is Candlemas, the Feast of the Presentation of the Lord. So that custom still is good in Italy and Rome and in a number of other countries around the world. So we have a long season in which we can continue to say, Merry Christmas. Feliz Navidad.
It's the party of the year. So, hey, and the new year. So let's keep the party going.
And we always continue to remind you about the reason for the season, which is the baby Jesus, Christ the Lord. All right. As always, Sarah, it's too much fun.
Merry Christmas, John.
Merry Christmas to you, Dominic, and your whole family. Like what you just heard? Share it with your family and friends. And thanks for listening.